Hi, Bowser! We're really getting straight into things! I mean, I usually do this part of the video quickly, but, you know, never this fast. What is up, everybody? DigginUpCole here. Welcome back to Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. Last time, we beat Chapter 7 and got the final Crystal Star. This time, we'll be starting the final chapter of the game, or the interlude of the final chapter of the game. I've been titling the videos wrong and calling them the wrong names since the beginning of the series until now. I'll still title it Chapter. Oh no, the door is locked. Now Bowser's gonna stomp until it comes down. Hey, it worked! Pouting like someone who didn't get their cookie. Actually, it worked. Oh, they're gonna fall for the fake Crystal Star thing? Yes, they are. Ha. Haha, it's dramatic irony. Oh look, it's Pennington. Hello, my favorite. Again, because Pennington got the wrong name, Bowser thinks it's Luigi who got the Crystal Star, which is even more of a slap in the face for Bowser. Huh, we're back here. Oh, there's no Peach segment because we don't know where Peach is. And apparently Peach doesn't either, or Peach is unconscious. We don't know what happened to the fruit princess of the vegetable kingdom. Is mushroom a vegetable? I should know this. Okay, now that we're back to being Luigi Mario, we need to get out of the space station. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to just go to Tech, as per usual with the Mario Peach segment. It's all becoming a confusing blur now. Put the Gaussian blur. Oh, Tech is alive now. Somehow. Okay, so now we know Peach isn't actually on the moon. We were too late. We're like Bowser up in this moon base. Princess Peach is in a magical place known as the Palace of Shadow. So there's something a little bit, ominous about that, don't you think? To get back to Rogueport, we actually have to just straight up leave. Going to sub-level 2 and using the teleporter room that we found in the last video. Ooh, a star piece up in the vents. I knew this would be a somewhat good idea. I was partially right. I'm very non-specific about a wide assortment of things. There it is, there's the teleporter, okay. Is that oh, that's one of the cogs for the puzzle. There was a weird puzzle room that gave you access to like coins and badges and stuff in this dungeon, but I couldn't figure out where all the cogs were, so I didn't manage to get it. It will not be something I get in this playthrough. This will be the first game on the channel that I don't 100% that I do for, it's not a completes anymore. I changed the name. Back in Rogueport, guess who it is? Oh good, some suspicious fellow in a cape went with Princess Peach through the thousand-year door without the crystal stars? I don't know how I feel about this. Gold bars. Why can't I buy gold bars? Okay, so this is an interlude video, so I won't be making much story progress. In fact, it's gonna come down to a bit of a split between stuff I do. The problem with this is I'm going to be doing it the way I want. If a issue comes up with this, I can remedy it with the backup save. This is going to probably be the last time I go through Rogueport regularly for a chapter. Now, since this is the last chapter, there will be about 3 more videos, including this one, that go out for the main story of the game. However, I'm not sure whether or not I want to do the bonus stuff. It's going to come down more to whether or not you, the people watching this game, want it. I'm not sure whether or not I'll do the bonus videos as of yet, but this chapter interlude will not include all the bonus stuff because that requires its own videos. But I will go through Rogueport one more quick time to find anything that I might want. I'm gonna buy a absolute ton of stuff off this guy, and by an absolute ton, I mean just a couple things. Okay, so one thing I've not really brought too much attention to, I've covered it a little bit, and I'm only gonna cover it a little bit here. There's various houses in the background here. A lot of them you can actually go into if they're on the background path. Normally they have some sort of thing that allows you to do various things, like some of them are fortune tellers, some of them allow you, and one of the most important ones, lets you rechange your stats. So if you don't like what you have health-wise, flower point-wise, or badge point-wise, you can actually change it, which is really, really nice. And you probably should use that at the last chapter if you are falling behind a little bit, because the final boss, help. Hi, Mr. Overpriced Goods. He's selling the Wario emblem. Do I really want to look like Waluigi? Hey, look, it's Super Luigi Volume 2. I always buy them, but I never read them. Eventually, I will cover them, maybe. Oh, speaking of Luigi, hi. Is that a chocolate blooper? I don't know what that tastes like. Any badges in here that I want? Power jump? Yeah, I'll buy that. Also, I want to buy another Attack FX badge, even though it does nothing. It should be fun to purchase. I'd like to see what it makes it sound like. That sounds like it hurts. Okay, I'm going to check the lotto pick one more time. I doubt anything will match, but if it was a perfect match, that'd be a great way to bookend this. Not a single match. Here's the consolation mushroom. I know for a fact that one of these houses actually leads into the back of a place. Yep, I found it. This Toad's house over here. If you actually have the rolly ability, you can go behind his house, drop down, and get a shine sprite, which would be useful if I was bothering to upgrade Goombella. You can also get in through this house. Is drawer. That's a little bit terrifying. You should probably close that up. You don't want to get mice or rats. That's not good. Okay, so in Pianta Parlor, I forget how you get them. I'm a helpful guide. But there are various games you can unlock. I will probably cover them more in depth in a bonus video if I make one. So good luck making me do that. Over in Zest's House of Housiness, we're actually going to make a recipe. Now, you'll notice maple syrup's in my inventory. It has to be. I'm Canadian. But I actually want to use it for a recipe. I'm combining a mushroom and maple syrup. This actually does make a recipe, and this involves the cooking mechanic, which I've described in an earlier chapter interlude. The cooking mechanic allows you to cook 1 to 2 materials to either combine or add status effects to certain items. So like, for instance, with my mushroom and maple syrup, I made a maple shroom, which now combines the 2 attributes of a mushroom and a maple syrup. It helps save on inventory space, and it also contributes to a new tab we have called recipes. I've currently made 2 thus far, the maple shroom and the fresh juice. They're both very easy to make. Most recipes are pretty lenient with combinations, so there's a variety of combinations you can use to make recipes. There's 57 total. A lot of them require experimentation. I will cover the majority of recipes in a later video, however, acquiring the materials for them will not be easy, but I will show them off because I really like cooking mechanics in every game. So one last thing, I'm not actually going to cover this in this video, but there is an extra semi-secret partner that you can unlock in this game. I'm not going to unlock it right now, but I will unlock it in a later video, and the reason I'm not getting it is because it's not a partner that I particularly like to use, and it's not a partner that I would use. You may recognize the partner from being in earlier parts of the game. They're a treasure hunter named Miss Mouse. If you actually go into the quest building, which is something I'll cover later, there's a quest by Anonymous. This anonymous quest is actually from Miss Mouse, and if you get the badge that Miss Mouse is looking for, which is located in Hooktail Castle, she'll join your party. You can upgrade her. She's got decent abilities. Like, if you actually took the quest when it first came up, it would be a good quest to do, not to mention the fact that you can actually get another party member. I'll show Miss Mouse now because I think it's worth showing, but I'm not going to get it myself. It's a good partner, but it's not fantastic, especially not for the end of the game. You have to be playing with a very specific style for it to be useful. So as of right now, I'm not going to get it. One last thing that I glanced over last chapter that I'll do a bit more in depth now, but I won't cover it fully. I don't even think I'll cover it fully in a video because I'm terrible at this game. Over here is the entrance to the Pit of 100 Trials. This is an extra sort of chapter. I wouldn't count it as a chapter. It's basically a not necessarily boss rush, even though it does make you fight certain bosses and much tougher enemies. It's more an onslaught of enemies back to back to back with occasional checkpoints. It's something cool, but I'm not sure whether or not I'll cover it in a later video because it's a lot of fighting, and as great as the battle mechanics are in this game, its pacing isn't, but it does get you extra items and badges and stuff, which is good if you want to do a full completion of this thing. But since I have not used Tattle on a single enemy, I don't think completion is what I'm going for. So we've got all the crystal stars, so it's an array of colors and sparkles, and we're opening the 1,000-year door, which I'm going to tell you the truth right now, that's a mistake. What have you done, Luigi? You've doomed us all. So the door gets all pretty and stuff. It's actually, I really like this. It doesn't necessarily look like paper at the moment, but it's really cool. And design-wise, I actually really like, as much as I can't remember it at all, so that's probably part of the reason why, I really like the last chapter of the game's design. It's actually really cool, and it's kind of a whole lot different than the rest of the game. So before we go in, I'm going to end off the video now, and I'm not sure if this is a point of no return or not, so maybe if you're playing along, you should stop now. If there's anything else you would want to do in this world, collectibles you missed, maybe re-explore, talk to some NPCs, do some side quests, which there are a lot of and they get you good stuff, so I'd recommend it. I'd do that before you go in here. It's good to get some extra experience as well, because this is kind of a tough part of the game. I'm partially under-leveled, so this should be interesting. But next time, we will make our way through this door, and then I have no idea. So, hopefully you've all enjoyed. I will see you all in the next episode of Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. Ciao.